Okay, this is the quick and dirty how to be safe while fire spinning video. Hopefully in September we'll get a longer, more thorough video, but this is just a couple of pointers to be safe while you're spinning fire. First of all, you want to think about your fuel. There are many different types of fuels: Karo, white gas, lamp oil. They all burn differently. Try to be familiar with your fuel, know what to expect. That way your prop doesn't surprise you in the middle of the burn and you accidentally hurt yourself. Other things to think about even before you touch a prop: what clothing you're wearing. Some clothes are good for burning in. Those are generally natural fibers. These, while they will burn, they take a while to actually light on fire, and you can generally pat them out or have a safety get to you in time that nothing bad happens. Thicker clothes transfer less aesthetics, like anything I'm wearing, will melt to you. Then you can't wipe it off. It's hot, gooey stuff stuck to your skin. You will get burned. That's bad. So try to stick with natural fibers. As you get more comfortable and know you won't hit yourself, you can probably proceed to synthetics or other cool costumes, but just keep in mind that it is more dangerous. Also, before you spin, you should have a safety, or someone who is looking at you, making sure you are okay, and in case of emergency, can run and push you out. In general, you want a safety who is comfortable with what you're spinning. Generally, you want someone who is comfortable with the prop you're spinning and your general tech level. You don't want a beginning safetying whip wraps, because there's fire directly on your body and a beginning safety may freak out. Alternatively, if you're very comfortable spinning something like poi and you're not touching your body, having a safety who is not as experienced is probably not that big of a deal, because it's poi. They never have to pull the prop off you. You're not in serious danger if you can handle yourself. Something to always pay attention to before you're burning is make sure your safety is paying attention to you. If you start burning and your safety is not paying attention, if you light yourself on fire, well, you're going to burn because your safety is not paying attention. Always make eye contact, get a head nod, talk to them. That way, you know your safety is there for you. Also, don't be afraid to ask a safety to help you. If you're on fire and you don't think you can deal with it yourself, get them to come over and help you. They should be doing it anyway, but even if they're not, ask for help. If you have a prop that needs putting out, don't be afraid to ask the safety to put out a prop. If you chose your safety correctly, they will happily do this for you and can do it effectively. Now, as a spinner, it is generally polite to safety for other people, because we're a community and that's how we make friends. We do good turns for each other. As a safety, you want to always make sure that you're comfortable with what's going on. I personally will not safety some of the more dangerous things because I don't think I could put them out or keep everyone safe. So make sure that you know what is going on and that you are okay with it. As a safety, there's various ways of extinguishing a prop or a spinner. If you're using a fire extinguisher, there's several important things to pay attention to. Is it chemical versus water? Water extinguishers are fine to use on people. Chemical extinguishers are very, very bad to use on people, and you can end up doing more damage to your spinner than using a different method. Don't use a water extinguisher on a fuel dump fire or an oil fire, because that will just spread it. Then you use the chemical ones as long as there's no one nearby. If you don't have an extinguisher, and this is the most common practice I've seen, you can use blankets to smother the fire. This is a duvetine. It is fire-treated cotton, fire-resistant cotton. It has like a flame retardant coating on it that's water-soluble, so if it ever gets wet, it's just a piece of cotton. But if you make sure to keep these dry, these are really good. Other things you can use if you don't want to go out and buy one of these. Wool blankets are quite good, and towels. As long as you keep everything damp, then it won't go up and it'll smother the fire very well. As a safety, you should always be paying attention to your spinner. At the beginning of the burn, the wicks are freshly fueled, there's fuel everywhere, they might get transfers, you want to keep an eye out for that. In the middle, they're generally doing their harder tricks with a higher risk factor, and at the end they're getting tired. You should always, always, always watch your spinner no matter what's going on around you. Unless something is blowing up right next to them and you're looking at it so you can tell your spinner to run the hell away. You should know how to put out a prop. Common props can just be smothered or choked off in a blanket or hosed down with an extinguisher, although that's not great for wicks. And know how to put people out. If someone is on fire, say my chest is on fire, I want my safety to smother the fire, not pat it, that just adds oxygen, not wave at it, smother it, hold it there until they're sure it's out, and then walk away. The one exception to this is the face. If my face is on fire, smothering my face will just drive the fire into my face, into my facial orifices, and that really hurts. So wipe down and away, try to get as much fuel away from the face as possible. That being said, a couple of quick pointers on safety. Always make sure that everyone is comfortable with what's going on. If you're trying something new, don't do anything really risky with it. If anyone is inexperienced, start slow. Let people warm up to the idea of what's going on. Always make sure your equipment is okay. Check quick links to make sure they're tightened. Make sure the duvetine has the covering on it. Make sure the towels and the wool blankets are wet. That way nothing catches fire. Remember, clothing. If you see your spinner wearing something synthetic, ask. If they say, yeah, I'm aware, I'm just wearing this because I think I can handle it, okay. If they say, oh, crap, I forgot I was wearing something synthetic, that's good. And always pay attention, try to make sure everyone okay. Rule number one, be safe.